Hey guys, it's Collector Josh here again. Today I wanted to go over my game setup as well as all the other games in my collection, excluding the PS3 games I posted yesterday. This shouldn't be too long of a video, but if you have any comments or maybe some ideas how I can change the setup here, I'm kind of new to this game room. I still haven't really mounted anything on the walls yet, just because within the last year and a half I've started to set this game room up. So I'm hesitant to drill any holes in the walls yet. So, but if you're looking at TV here, obviously I have my Gamecube running right now. But from top to bottom, I have a PS4. It's the Uncharted edition with the Uncharted controller. And the games I have for that, I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey, really good. I love the Assassin's Creed series. I have that one. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Wasn't as big of a fan of for this one. Assassin's Creed Unity. Another one where they kind of just, I feel like they just kind of made another Assassin's Creed. We have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Great game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Not as big of a Call of Duty fan in this newer generation, but just another Call of Duty game. We got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Really love that they made a remake of this game. Super cool. If you haven't tried this out yet, you should definitely pick it up. I think you can get it for Xbox, PS4, and Switch. They are insanely hard, but really good. We got Far Cry Primal. This is probably my favorite Far Cry game in the series. If you have not played this game, definitely check it out. It is a really cool game. Then we got God of War. Another great game in the series of God of War. We got Hasbro Family Fun Pack. Picked this in with a few other games. Me and my wife have played the Monopoly before. It's kind of fun. Then we got Kelowna Fantasy Revere series. This has got 1 and 2 on it. There was never a US release. I think this is technically like the PAL release, but I had Kelowna as a kid on my PS1. I wish I would have kept it. Obviously, it's worth a ton now, but this is a cheaper way of being able to go back and play this. I think I picked this up maybe 2 years ago for 20 bucks or 25 bucks brand new on eBay, but it doesn't really come with much, but I think it might be worth 40 bucks now. But this is a really fun series. If you've seen the hype with the price, this is a easy way to play it. We got Lego Marvel Superheroes. We got Lego Harry Potter The Collection. This is kind of like the remake. I have both of these games technically on the PS3. I'd much rather play them on the PS4 just because it runs better. We got Ratchet and Clank. Wish I had the regular version, but I have the greatest hits. Really good game. We got Middle-earth Shadow of War. I have beat this game probably 3 or 4 times now. Just a solid series. I wish they would make another one. They fell flat on their face with the Gollum game. Then we got Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Probably my favorite series on the PlayStation. Then we got The Last of Us Remastered. Great game. Much rather play it on the PS4 just because the engine runs a lot better. But got that. We have The Witcher Wild 3 Hunt. I originally played this on the Xbox One back in 2013, I think, when it came out. I love this game. I haven't gone back and played it yet on the PS4. I got really lucky, and I think the person that traded this in, I think this is supposed to be the complete edition or different. This has the soundtrack and everything in it. So cool, I picked that up. We got Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Love the Tomb Raider games. Didn't realize I picked up the PAL version you can see here, but great game. We got Uncharted 4, my favorite Uncharted of the series. Really good game. And then I also have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I have not played this one yet. I heard it's okay, but I figured I'd pick it up, eventually play it, just because I've played and beat all the other Uncharted games. So that's for my PS4 collection. And then right beside my PS4, I have the Telegames. You can't see it really just because the lighting in here is not the best, but it's behind, it's not currently working. And then in front of that, I have the Switch 2. Now, the Switch 2 is usually not set up on this TV. It's usually set up downstairs on our like family TV. But I brought it up here just to include it into the video. And for the Nintendo Switch 2, currently I just have Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Both pretty good games. I haven't beat Donkey Kong Bonanza yet just because of timing, but everyone says it's better than Mario, or Super Mario, or not Super Mario, Mario Odyssey. I think Mario Odyssey might be better. I'm not as big of a fan of you're destroying things every second. It's a little too much for me, but it's still a fun game. And then, as you can see next to the Nintendo Switch 2 there, I have a Nintendo Switch Collector's Edition, the Tears of the Kingdom. I used to have a regular Switch, but I traded it in, ended up picking that one up on a Facebook Marketplace deal. And for the Switch, I don't have too many games. I actually traded in a bunch of them. I don't know why, but for some reason on the Switch, I have gotten a lot of digital games. So the first one here, I have a couple kind of like lower end games. We have the Strike Championship Edition. We have Northgard. If you guys have ever played this or even heard of it, it's a RTS real-time strategy game. It's probably the closest thing you're going to get to like an Age of the Empires. I recommend it if you like those old PC games. I used to love playing Age of the Empires, so I was trying to find something close to that. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's really hard. It's definitely a lot harder than playing Age of the Empires, just because you don't just get to make whatever you want and somebody attacks you. I mean, there's a lot of strategy into it, but I recommend this one. We got Avatar: The Last Airbender. Haven't played it yet. Somebody had it in a lot. I bought this off of them. Then we got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I grew up playing all the Pokemon games, so I figured I'd get at least this one to try out. Next one we got Ukulele. Fun game. I haven't played it on the Switch 2, but on the Switch 1, I don't think it runs that well. I haven't went back on the Switch 2 and played it yet, but I'm looking forward to that. This is the same people that made Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, so it's fun. I hope the Switch 2 runs better. It runs better on there. And then the last one of my Switch collection is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I actually picked this up for like $60 with a couple other games. I had about 30 Switch games, and I just recently sold a couple of them to fund the PS3 collection. So that's all for my Nintendo Switch collection. And then you can see in front of the Nintendo Switch 2, I have I'm pretty sure it's a reshell of a Groudon SP. Every once in a while I'll play my SP. I had a bunch of Game Boy games, but ended up picking up this Gamecube, which was below it, and it had a easy flash player that you can play pretty much all the Game Boy games on. And then on the bottom left there, that is a backwards compatible PS3, the fat model. It is the 60 gig, is the one everyone wants. That's like $300. I said it in, I think my last, or in the PS3 video, that I actually picked this up off the owner of Controller Chaos. I forgot what the guy's name is, but it's his PS3 that he stood in line for back in the day. So I thought that was kind of cool. but you can play PS1, PS2, and PS3 games on it. So I probably won't ever buy a PS1 or PS2 just because I don't have to. I do have my PS1 from my childhood, but it doesn't work. I don't even have it in here. I think it's in storage right now. And then on the bottom right there is a Xbox 360 OG. That's like launch Xbox 360. I only have 2 games for that. I just have Halo 3 and Gears of War because that's really the only games that I really want to play on it currently, just because I'm collecting for the PS3. And then in the middle there is my GameCube. So that is not a normal GameCube. As you can see, I currently have Gale of Darkness playing on it. It has technically 3 different ways you can play it. So currently I'm playing the disc on it. And then there is also, it's been modded. So there's a Pico installed on it. So there's a bunch of games, and I'll show that here in a second. And then there is a Game Boy player on it. Now the cool thing about this GameCube is you don't need the Game Boy player disc to play the Game Boy player, just because of the software that's on it. I purchased this off someone on Facebook Marketplace, and he wired it and kind of programmed it to, when you start the GameCube, if you don't click anything, it just runs the GameCube disc. Now, if you hold A on the controller as it starts up, it pulls up the GameCube library that you can play. And then if you hold B while it's turning up, it pulls up whatever is on the Game Boy player that's plugged in on below. So I have I believe it's an Easy Flash driver for the Game Boy that is installed that has like 200 and something Game Boy games on it, and I'll show you here in a second. But before I do that, I want to show you the few GameCube games that I do have for the system currently. I'm probably not going to collect heavy into the GameCube just because I have this modded GameCube and I don't really need to. But there are a few that I wanted just because I love Zelda and Pokemon. I'm still missing 2 or 1 Zelda game and 1 Pokemon game that I want, but these are the current ones. So I'll have the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. This has 1, 2, and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Really nice condition, complete in box. Beautiful game. I think this goes for like 70 bucks right now. I have Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. Another one, complete in box, that has the inserts and everything. Another $70 game. I have the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure, complete in box with all the inserts. Probably like a $75 game. And then I have Pokemon Coliseum, complete in box. I don't have the 1 insert, I don't think, for this, but everything's in really good condition on this. I think this goes for about 150 on price charting. I could probably get closer to 170 just because it's really nice condition. And then we have The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. You might have seen one of my last videos. I just picked this up at Mo Game Con. This one is beautiful, complete in box with the inserts. These, it says 150 on price charting, but you could really get closer to like 180 with a really good condition model. And then my last GameCube game is the current one that's in the GameCube right now, is Gale of Darkness. This one is complete in box with the manual, but it is missing the insert and the poster. I know some people wouldn't consider that CIB, but that's, a lot of people say that's CIB plus. The cover art on this thing is immaculate. This is a really good quality case. So I would assume I could probably still get about 220 bucks for this. I think my GameCube collection currently is about 750, somewhere around there. I could be wrong. So on the GameCube, I wanted to show you the 2 different things you can do to play without actually playing the game, or without playing just the regular GameCube. So right now I'm running the disc, but I'm going to show you the 2 other ways. So you just got to turn it off and turn it back on. So once you turn it off, you got to hold A and you turn it on. And it automatically pulls up this software that's on there on like a little chip. And I have, you know, I don't know how many games I have on here, but a ton of other really cool games that for the GameCube. This is how you play all those cool GameCube games that you see everyone else getting that are worth $500-600. For example, there's Chibi Robo, Cubivore. If you've never played this game, you should definitely watch some videos. It is not a good game. It is a weird game. I don't know why it was ever made. Eternal Darkness is on here. We got Fire Emblem, Go-Go Hypergrind, Gotcha Force. Really all the big titles I have downloaded. I don't have every GameCube game, but all the good ones. Just so if I want to play them, I can jump on here and play them. So, and then once you say I click Shadow the Hedgehog, you boot it up. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes or a couple seconds to launch the game. And then it all saves to the memory cards that are on there. But I highly recommend it. If you want to play GameCube games, this is a cost-effective way to play all the GameCube games. Now, and some people sell them with everything already installed and all the ROMs. I found this one on Facebook Marketplace, and I didn't have to do that, which was really nice. He even said if I wanted more games installed, to let him know, and I could bring it over to his house, and he'd install more games for me. But as you can see, it works like normal. And then I want to show you the Game Boy player on here. So turn it off again. You're going to hold B this time. Turn it on. And it opens up another part of the GameCube. There's the Game Boy. And then you just click into here. And then now you have, I think there's 221 games downloaded on here. And it works just like a Game Boy. I just have Game Boy Advance games currently installed. But let's say I wanted to play a Pokemon game, for instance. Go down here. Pokemon Emerald. It loads the ROM up. And just like that, you got Pokemon Emerald. So, as you can see, this is not my version. It might be his version, but somebody obviously has I don't know if that's a complete Pokédex, but yeah, you can just play on here. But yeah, that is my current game setup. I have a CRTV that's off to the right. You can kind of see. I don't have like a beautiful way of displaying it currently, but here in the future, definitely going to change that. As well as I did have an N64 probably 3 or 4 months ago that I had gotten rid of just to keep funding the PS3 collection. But I'm sure I'm probably going to pick another one up in the future just to have one. But this is my current setup as of, what are we in, August of 2025. So I appreciate you watching. And if you would, like and subscribe. I'm hopefully going to put out another video here in the next week or so of another pickup video that I got a couple eBay and GameStop kind of mystery orders to go over. So, yep, like I said, drop a like below, and if you would, please subscribe. Thanks.